folks, JD here, and we've seen what happens when you bring a small indoor copter with optical flow or vision system inside. But what happens when you bring a much bigger quadcopter with an optical flow sensor inside? Well, thanks to telephony, this is the TKKJ L603, and it's telephony that's recommended this. And we've done the outdoor videos and it worked well. What happens when you bring it indoors? This is what I want to know. Does that optical flow sensor register enough light? Does it hold itself properly? Now this isn't going to be an indoor flight. This is just going to be a test of the optical flow system inside on quite a dark day in quite a dark room. I want to see how it performs. Alright, let's take her up. Alright, so things we know already. This is an optical flow system. The optical flow systems work by receiving light. It needs to have a lot of light in order for it to work properly. Now, that's fine, but I've often wondered what happens when you have a dark room. Can the optical flow sensor indoors read properly? Is it something that it's able to cope with? Is it something that it's not able to cope with? Well, this isn't an indoor copter. This is an outdoor copter, and we're just about to see whether or not this is able to cope with an indoor setting. Now I've got one blind open, two blinds closed. It's not a very bright room, it's quite a dark room, and it seems to be coping quite well. And it seems that once you disrupt it and you go back, that it locks on again. So I would say that this optical flow sensor is receiving enough light. And I'm not touching the transmitter. I'll put the transmitter there. Let's move her around this way a little bit. Come on, this way. Let's bring her down from that light a bit. Transmitter still there. Optical flow system working well. Vision system online. Everything looks to be okay. Yeah, I'd say that works really well, in fact. It's moving about. I mean, you've got the barometer, which is sensing the air pressure, which is keeping its altitude, and then you've got the vision system then, which is holding it level. That is working quite well. Okay, I've got the front window open, I got the back window open, there is a breeze coming in, so there's every possibility that that pressure is altering. That barometer is reading that pressure as it's altering, and it's compensating. Wow, this is really loud. But all in all, transmitter's still here. That seems to be doing really quite well. I'm really quite impressed with that. Really quite impressed with that indeed. Okay, let's turn it around a little bit. Now, when the optical flow sensor has been disturbed like this, it does take quite a while for it to go back and start reading again. See? So you do have that moment where it does drift and it does slide and it is moving around. But as soon as that optical flow sensor registers on something, then bang, it seems to be doing quite well. So let's move her around a bit. Let's move her orientation around a bit. And let's see, this could end badly. Let's see how well this is going to. So I've just moved this right the way around. And you can see it's sorting itself out. There's no magic buttons on the back. There's nothing. Oh, come down here. Come down here. There's no buttons on the back of this transmitter. There's nothing that I'm pushing. It's sensing and reading that itself. Ooh. Now don't get me wrong, these are brushed motors, but still, the speed these things are turning, if this thing was to, I don't know, come into contact with skin, it is going to give you a nasty nick. So be careful. Oh, She's still reading, she's sensing, she's moving. Probably because the sun is coming up, the sun is going down behind the clouds. The pattern on the floor here is changing, so therefore it thinks that it's moving, so it's trying to readjust itself. But it's working hard, it's working very hard. That camera is constantly adjusting. Look at it. Oh, bring you down a bit, fella, come on now. Let's not be going towards the light. But it's constantly adjusting, constantly re-evaluating, constantly trying to better its angle. I find this fascinating, that's why I keep on moving it all the time. Brilliant. Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's bring it down. That was a bit of a harsh landing on my part there, but there we go. That was good. I like that. You get to see exactly how between this little vision system here, this little lens and the firmware, how they both complement each other and how they both work very, very well, and how everything is done and it's readjusting, and then it finds that something is different, readjusts again, something differs, readjusts again. I find that fascinating. I really do. I really think that there's a lot more technology in being enabled for us consumers in the toy grade area now more than ever, and these vision systems are absolutely worth their weight in gold, as long as we saw in the first flight video, you don't go too high. If you do go too high, then that's it, this isn't going to work as well. It's a much bigger area. I find if you keep it under 10 foot, then you have a nice area to work with, and it can pinpoint itself really quite easily. So there we are, folks. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.